Hello traders, my name is George Papazov. I'm the owner, founder, and head trader at TRADEPRO Academy. In today's quick video, we want to share a few instruments you can use to track presidential debates, how to trade them, and how to take advantage of some of the opportunities that could lead to profits while the candidates battle it out center stage. The first thing we want to discuss with you is the US dollar Mexican peso currency pair. If you are a currency trader, you already know about this pair. If not, it's easily accessible for free by visiting tradingview.com. They have free charting, and the symbol you would use is USDMXN. No spaces, one word. This gives you a chart of what? It gives you a chart of the currency US versus the Mexican peso. So let me just explain how this chart works for those of you that are not familiar. As the US dollar goes down, Mexican peso goes up. So what you're seeing is the USD is the base currency. So this huge down move on the 5-minute chart means that the US dollar dropped, but the Mexican peso appreciated against the US dollar. Had this thing gone up, in this stretch where the prices are going up, this means the US dollar is going up and the Mexican peso is going down. We know that Donald Trump's campaign, the Donald himself, is very against having Mexico do anything for the United States and wants to take back some of that trade advantage that he says Mexico possesses. He wants to make them build a wall. He wants to make them pay for it. As you can imagine, that doesn't bode well for the currency of the country who could be realistically trying to build a wall. It probably won't happen. But as Donald Trump does well in his debates, all right, as he starts to win some voters over, or as it starts to look like he's winning the debate, how do we know? Well, Mexican peso will go down. All right. Now, we know that over the weekend, some commentary was released and some footage of Donald Trump on a hot mic talking about women in a really negative and condescending way, outright disgusting to some. And I'm of the opinion that, that's not excusable. But hey, it happened. So what ended up taking place here? The US dollar dropped. The Mexican peso went up at the same time. Why? Well, because Mexican peso saying, hooray, Donald Trump is probably not going to win this election. All right. Talking like that, there's probably going to be more. I was always taught if there's one cockroach, there's probably more. So the question is, what other materials out there? So the Mexican peso rallied, and that was an indication, as the US dollar dropped, Mexican peso, remember, goes up. It was an indication that his odds are probably not getting as good. Well, look, this was on the open on Sunday. When the debate kicked off at 9 p.m. on October the 9th, what ended up happening? The US dollar weakened further and the Mexican peso appreciated. As the Mexican peso appreciates, remember, this means Donald Trump's odds weren't good, so he was off to a bad start. However, throughout the debate, the US dollar rallied, and towards 10:30, despite it opening weak, it rallied higher and dropped a little bit. This was representative of Donald Trump ripping into Hillary. He was the more aggressive candidate. He pressed her more. He was a little bit more offensive as well in the debate, but the market was saying, hey, whatever this guy's saying, there's some truth to it. So it rallied. And then towards the end, when he started pacing behind her and creeping everybody out, and literally standing right behind her, looking at her, trying to intimidate her, and pacing around the stage, holding on to his chair, well, that behavior started to creep people out. Twitter blew up, and what ended up happening, Mexican peso regained some of that ground. So that's one way to track through elections. This is what happened literally. This is what happened yesterday or last night on Sunday. Let's go back and have a look at what happened in the previous debate, because we had another one on Monday, September 26th at 9 p.m. Well, as you guys will remember that debate, you may or may not, Donald Trump absolutely tanked that debate. He got destroyed. All right, there's no ifs, ands, or whats about it or buts or anything about it. He got his you-know-what handed to him. He lost. He lost the debate. He looked unorganized, unprepared. He did terrible. Okay, Hillary Clinton was given the win. Now, normally a Republican candidate would cause some positivity in the market here because Hillary represents the status quo. Hillary's basically like Goldman Sachs. Well, the market likes Hillary better than Donald Trump. Donald Trump is uncertainty in the eyes of the elite, those that have a lot of money, and the finance system. In the eyes of the finance system, Donald Trump means who knows what's going to happen. Hillary Clinton means let's continue what's been happening. The party goes on. All right, for the regular everyday individual, they say, well, you know what? Donald Trump represents change. He's a different candidate. He's not a politician. He might not be as clean cut and polished or well versed, but at least he represents the people. So that's kind of some of the background. On September 26th at 9 p.m., as Hillary took the stage and debate kicked off, it was highly anticipated. The US dollar dropped from 1990 down to where? 1950. What does that tell you into that entire debate? That tells you that Hillary won. All right, remember, US dollar is dropping, Mexican peso is going up. It's celebrating the fact Donald Trump's losing. So if you ever want to look at a presidential election or during a presidential election, if you have the bias that says, hey, I can't believe, for example, Hillary Clinton said this. This is huge. This is positive. I endorse her. I think I like what she's saying. Look at the market. If the US dollar is dropping and the Mexican peso is going up, she's probably right. What she's saying, the market's liking. All right, that's one way that the odds are being assessed against these candidates of who's winning and who's winning in both the debates and whose odds are increasing for election. So that's what happened. When did it end? 10:30 pretty much marked the bottom of this move. So really good trading opportunity. And then throughout the night, it continued sideways drift. All right, there's a ton of opportunity to sell into this US dollar as Donald Trump absolutely tanked his first debate. The second one, he did much better. The third one is slated for Wednesday, October 19th at 9 p.m. Follow the US dollar Mexican peso. Another contract or another security you could track with is the futures market. I'm going to show you an example here. In fact, let me go back over to the trading view charts. The futures symbol is ES1 exclamation. That is the S&P 500 futures. They're delayed by 10 minutes with the free data, but let's have a look on September 26th at 9 p.m. What do we say? We said that Hillary Clinton won, the US dollar went down, Mexican peso went up. The Mexican peso will move in the same direction with the futures if Hillary's winning. So when you use the futures as a barometer, if Hillary is doing well, the futures market will go up. You can see through this entire debate, it started at 21.35 and then towards 10.30, where are we at right here? The 10.30 mark, the futures topped and went to 52. So from 35 to 52, that's 17 points. That's a huge rip in an overnight move. And if you have access to futures, you could trade these futures as Hillary speaks. So as she's talking, if you think she's saying good things, buy the futures. If you think Donald Trump is saying bad things, buy the futures. If you think Trump is actually looking like he's making sense and he's starting to take over the debate and starting to woo people over and is giving out some good points, short the futures. All right, short these futures because it's going to go down. So if you think Trump's winning, short futures and long the US dollar Mexican peso. If you think if you think Hillary's winning, long futures and short US dollar because that means Mexican peso is going up. Okay? That's all you need to know, guys. That's how you trade. Look at this. September 26th futures ripped. That was on the first debate. Now let's look at futures and what they did on October the 9th. Because that on 9 p.m. that was the second debate. Well, look at this. All right, they popped a little bit, not as much, and then consolidated. It went sideways by about 10:30. Futures prices, while they got strong on the fact that Donald Trump might have blew his election chances based on the videos that were released, while they got strong, they quickly sold off as they also priced in that Trump might be doing better in this presidential debate. All right, he was bringing up some concrete points for once. He was a little better and more composed. So what happened? Futures sold off. Okay, so those are two things you can watch for. The third and final presidential debate happening on October 19th at 9 p.m. Now you're armed with two symbols that trade during the debate. A lot of other outlets will tell you to trade things like SPY, all these ETFs. The problem is they don't trade until 9:30 a.m. the following morning when the U.S. stock market opens. You need stuff that's able to give you an understanding of who's currently winning, what the market's pricing in, and how to take advantage of that in real time. And the two ways to do it is the US dollar Mexican peso currency pair. That's FOREX, foreign exchange. The second way to do it is the ES or the S&P 500 futures, as they're called. And both those contracts, both the currency and the futures contract, trade from Sunday at 5 p.m. onwards. Okay, so I want to wish you guys the best of luck. Good luck with everything. If you have any questions, comments, I encourage you to throw it at the bottom of this video. And I hope you've enjoyed this quick little segment on what to watch for during a presidential debate, and more importantly, how to trade it and hopefully make some money off that opportunity. Because imagine watching it and getting entertainment value out of it, but now imagine taking it and making it into a profitable opportunity. And that kind of warms my heart as a trader. All the best. Have a phenomenal evening, day, wherever you might be. Leave a comment, subscribe. We got a lot of great videos coming, and we hope you enjoy this. Talk soon, and have a great day. Goodbye.